This is the iPad desktop. Double-clicking, or single-clicking rather, on iTunesU opens up the list of subjects available on iTunesU at CQ University, and you can see that there are roughly 26 subjects, including a subject about studying law online. If we have a look at the structure of these subjects, we can select, for example, legal professional conduct, and you can see that the iBooks are set out with 4 tabs on the right-hand side: information, posts, notes, and materials. At the moment we're showing the information tab. You have an overview of the particular subject, some information about the person running it, the list of topics dealt with in the particular subjects, the teaching methods employed, attribution in terms of who's constructed it, and then ultimately how to enroll for credit if you want to do so. In terms of posts, there are a collection of posts for each week of the course. Courses are generally 11 to 12 weeks in duration, and you can see that for each of the weeks you have notes, podcasts, keynotes, and other sorts of information. In this example, in the first week there's some information about trust accounting. So if we have a look at these notes, we'll have a look at the topic of conflicts of interest. So if we touch on the iBook for conflicts of interest, it will close existing iBooks that might be open and then open up that particular iBook. The way these iBooks are constructed is that you have a cover page, you have a set of objectives for this particular class, and that also includes information such as prescribed readings, glossaries. There's also an inbuilt glossary which students can click on to get definitions of different terms and links to other things. iBooks can also contain animations. So, for example, we've included Mrs. Monk's will within this particular iBook.
Mrs. Monk, I'm glad to have you visit us again. How are you? Would you like a cup of tea?
I'm well, dear. No tea for me. It gives me gas.
And you can see there that the film can play, and then students can look at little hints as to the relevant rules that apply. Also, there are mini quizzes. So, for example, here, clear the answers. If I select the wrong answer, it'll show me, etc. So that's basically how the iBooks are constructed. At the end of the iBooks as well, there are review questions. So these are formative questions, so you can look at the question and then you can check the particular answer. There are also tutorial problems that have a direct link back into Moodle for discussion. So these are usually more lengthy problems, anywhere from 15 to 60 minutes worth of work for each problem. So if we just get out of this particular iBook and go back to iTunesU, we'll get out of this subject and we'll go into civil procedure. I just wanted to show you a branching structure, Harry and the Blast Furnace. So it's closing that iBook and it's opening up a new iBook. So this is basically an exercise to help students understand the rules in relation to disclosure, as it's known in Queensland, or discovery in other places. There's a flow chart describing the process for determining whether a document should be disclosed, or then there is an interactive exercise.
Julia, I have asked you to come and see me about the aluminium company case. We act on behalf of the company and get instructions from Harry Inglett, the managing director. I have given you a copy of the claim.
Yes, Stuart. I got your email attaching the claim.
Just by way of summary.
So we'll just stop it there. He ultimately asks some questions, and students have a choice of the answers at the bottom. So, for example, if the character or the particular student that they're who's looking at this has no idea. They make that
Sorry,
selection.
Stuart, but I have no idea.
You'll notice these things are designed to run on tablet devices, so there's tap to continue, but they can also run within web pages.
Come on, Julia. Have a look at the flow chart. You can work it out. What is the answer?
These types of scenarios can be used to run emulations of court scenes, to practice rules of evidence. All sorts of situations can be described. So that's then iTunesU. All of this is publicly available for anyone to look at. If people want to understand how to study law online, they can actually look at the manual that we've produced to enable people to become accustomed to learning in this particular way. And once again, this is available for anybody to see on the internet. It also fully explains iTunesU, audio podcasts which are available, as well as the equivalent keynotes or PowerPoint slides. And that's essentially iTunesU as law is taught by CQU.